Hey, hi everyone. I'm Saumya, a software engineer and an educator. Welcome to module 4 of the project course. The fitness app and sensors. Fitness app and sensors. So, in this one, I will be making an application which will be related to health, fitness app. Okay, and there we will see in the health industry how we can utilize the concept of sensor. So basically, there are a wide variety of application of sensor in the health industry, but we'll focus on a few of them. Okay, so I will be making a health application, a kind of something which those health related the beginner companies etc also want to have. When I was in university, I created an application, a health application for one of the gyms where I used to visit. There were like basic feature what they wanted to do. Like they wanted to include all the basic stuff in the app, in that Android app. And for advanced thing, they wanted to kind of market their gym membership. They were like, okay, like these are the things which you can, these are the exercises you can follow daily on daily basis for better health etc. And like if you want trainers to train you and all of that, then come to our gym, or our trainers can visit at your home as well. So sort of an application that will give something free of cost. Then like on top of that, if they want premium stuff, then they can pay for it. That was kind of application, and that was a good idea. I liked it. I mean, the founders etc of that health company, they were quite happy with the results as well. So it will be on similar ground, I would say. We will be building health application which will include all the basic features. So what idea is coming in my mind, let me show you. So if this is the screen of the app, like we can have the logo of the app, right? That will be the splash screen. And then we'll move on to the main screen where we'll give a lot of options to our users. Now to give options, you can use any of the methods out there. Like here you can use this space to show banners etc. Then you can have card views to show different features. Okay, for now I don't have like banners etc, I don't want any such stuff. But the application that I created, it was like that only. If they have some Black Friday sale or Diwali offer, anything like that, so we used to kind of show those stuff there. Okay, so they created a specific logo as well, particularly for this application. And you can create as per your wish for this project, which we'll be just doing now. I'll use a sample icon from the web. Okay, all right, so I'll create some card views here. Okay, I'll create 4 card views here. One of these will be to measure your body mass index. The other will be about your the entire day, how much steps you took, and how much calories you burn, based on that, all those stuff. Okay, here we'll use sensors. Okay, sensors is specifically pedometer kind of. Okay, pedometer kind of. And then here you can show some generic tips etc, which, I mean, for this they had this section as well, but these were specifically curated by their health experts. So if you are not an health expert, you are creating just for the sake of learning, you can include stuff from the internet, right? Health tips, exercising tips, whatsoever. And then I will be including one yoga section. And if you go in here, then you can practice stuff like meditation and all those things. Okay, so this is kind of basic idea. We have 4 card views in here, 4 features. Let's see how much we are able to complete in this tutorial, because we have a time frame as well in which we have to complete this project. So all right, let's get started. Let's start with BMI, then we'll do the sensor thingy. If these 2 will be done, that will also be great. And the other ones I would love to see from your end, but let's see how much you are able to complete. Let's quickly get into the system, and I will create a new project here in Android Studio. So Android Studio, we are opening it up. Let's create a new project from here. Okay, empty activity, right? And my application, let's name it fitness sensor, fitness and sensor. And there are many other ways as well where sensors can be used in your application, in your health application specifically. We'll see one use case of this, like if you have to use steps, if you have to measure steps, etc., how you can go about it. Okay, all right. So the project is loading, and I first have to create this splash, right? A splash activity. So I'll use the main activity only to make the first screen, and then we can have like home screen, etc., where we will have multiple card views. Okay. So let's come here in the split section, and I will remove this constraint layout. I'll make it linear layout. Okay. And orientation is vertical here. Orientation is vertical. Remove this text view. We don't need any kind of text view here. In the splash screen, what are the main things that I need logo, right? So logo I have downloaded from Undraw. Okay, let me show you how you can do it. So open in Finder. This is drawable. So if you go here on Undraw website, you will get a plenty of option. First thing, you can customize the color based on your app's theme. So before getting into coding, if you are making the app for your client, so you have to sit and decide the theme with them. You have to send some design proposal, design options to the client. Whatever they approve, whatever they like, you have to do things accordingly, right? So like this client, the gym client which I had, they had no clue of design, etc. So they were like, you do it as per your intelligence, and they liked it. I mean, sometimes it happened that you create design, etc., on your own, and then they're like, oh, this is not good, change it. It happens specifically with Indian clients a lot. So here we have this yellow color. If you have to make some health related app, you can search like health. So a lot many options are here. Stability ball, etc. The default color is also good actually, which they have. Jogging and so much. Okay, so I have downloaded from here only. These are the logos which I will be using in our application. So let me put all of this into our drawable. Okay, all right, we have added, I think, all of these. Logo is left. So logo fitness.png. Now I'll come into the design section, image view, drag and drop, and I want to use logo fit. Okay, cool. Let's reduce the size, etc., for this one, because logo should be small, cute and precise. So 200 dp, let's put it in here in the center, margin top as 200 dp. Cool, looks good to me. And now I'll write the code quickly for splash here. That's very easy. First thing, in this splash screen, you don't want action bar. Okay, support action bar dot hide null safety here, null safety. And after this, I have to open up the new screen. So for that, what I will do, I have to use post delayed method of handler dot post delayed. One second, handler dot post delayed. Inside this, I will use looper, which is not deprecated. Looper dot get main looper. And here, if you see command P, so you have to pass two things, runnable and delay in millisecond. So delay, I want 3000 millisecond. Okay, the splash screen should ideally last for 3000 millisecond. And here I have to open up a new screen, right? So I'll write the code for intent. Well, I is equal to intent. Oops. One second. Oh, sorry. I have to put all of this in. It's runnable, right? So I have to put it in double quotes. And yes, let me do it like this. Val I is equal to, God, so many typos happening today. Intent, this context, and then the name of the activity which I want to open up, then start activity and intent here. Okay, so it looks good to me. Make it like this. I have to write the name of the next activity. So let's create the new activity. I will name it empty activity. Here it is. I'll call it card activity because we'll have a lot of cards here, right? Card activity. Card activity. And finish. I'll go in the main activity. I will say, hey, I want to open up the card activity. Class.java. Start activity I. Oops, no, this one. So it looks good to me. We have the support action bar here. We have given the instruction that hide the support action bar. We have handler dot post delete. Post delete is very significant method here, and we are using looper dot get main looper. This is not deprecated, and yes, I mean we are opening up the new page after 3000 millisecond. Closing the main activity now. The work is done. Now here is the interesting part. Activity card. Here we will be using constraint layout only because if I sit and write linear layout code for so many cards, it will be like a lot of work, right? So I'll use constraint only. So card view and drag and drop this. So in here what I'll do, I'll give some specific height and width to my card views. Okay, 200 TP. Let's maybe make the width as 150 because we want two cards to be there, right? I want it to be here. Let's constraint it. Not 52. Let's keep 32 standard for all the cards. Okay, 32 sorted. And after this, I want the other card view. The other card view in here. For this one as well, I want the height to be 200 dp and I want the width to be 150 dp and constraint it as 32 dp here. Okay, width should be 150 dp. Okay, and after this constraint, this one should be 32, this also 32. Perfect. So both of these are constrained. Two cards are constrained for us. Okay, all right, now I will bring the third card, which is for health tips, right? So here as well, width 150 dp and height 200 dp. Awesome. And after that I have to constrain this one as well, right? So this side 32 dp, same as the above cards, and just below this 32 again. It's interesting to do all of this. If you are using constraint layout, no, make sure you are using best out of this section, the attribute section. It's so easy and handy. Things become very easy actually. So here we go, and maybe it might happen that these cards are going too down, right? So I'll make it somewhere as 100 TP maybe. Okay, for both the cards which will be here. All right, and after this let's constraint it like this and bring it back to 100 TP. Cool, awesome. And the last card view that I want is for the yoga section. I will put here 150 dp and it should be 200 dps. Okay. I mean, this is the reason, why I don't do too much of constraint layout in the live when I'm teaching live. Okay, I mean it takes so much of time that we miss on the logic part, right? Okay, 100 dp. Cool, and I'll constraint it like this and be here with the third card view. Looks perfect to me. And now what I will do, let's give some corner radius to all of this. Card corner radius, and 10 dp should look good. If you see here a bit of corner, like if you see here on the first one, there is corner radius thingy, others are very sharp, right? So let's provide it to all of these. Card corner radius, and for this one as well, card corner radius 10 dp, and for the last one as well, quickly. And now what I will do is I will put images in all of these. Okay, so image view for the first one, we want BMI, right? So this is the BMI image. Awesome, looks perfect. The second one, we created the card view for in the iPad. What we decided to have, okay, pedometer sort of thing, sensor, right? So we will put this logo in there. And then for the third one, what do I want? For the third one, I want tips, health tips, so this one. And finally, for the fourth one, yoga, I have this yoga logo. It looks so good to me, and now I will move in here. For all of these, I will give meaningful names. IMG BMI, okay, image view BMI, and this is IMG image pedometer, and let's code for these two first, and then we'll see what to do about others. So here is the code for card activity. We don't need to do too much on this. We just have to open up new screens specifically for BMI and pedometer. So let's create quickly two more activities here. One activity will be for, where is your empty activity? Here. One activity will be for BMI, right? So we will create BMI activity. BMI activity, and I want a layout file as well. So it should be activity BMI. That's it. And click on finish. Along the same line, I want activity, empty activity, and here for the second card, right, which is pedometer. So activity pedometer is the right name for the XML. And let's go. One second. Pedometer, pedo sensor, makes sense. Okay, cool. Let's click on finish. And the card activity, let me write the code for all of this quickly. So val BMI is equal to find view by ID here. That is image view, right? Image view, the BMI one, r.id dot BMI image view, and then val, after BMI I have the sensor thingy, right? So pedometer basically. Sensor is equal to find view by ID. Find view by ID, and here I have to give the image view r.id dot pedo image IMG pedometer. Perfect. So on clicking the image view BMI, BMI dot set on click list. Now what do I want to do? I want to open up a new screen simply, right? So val I is equal to intent, no, not internal error. Okay, intent, and here I will pass this. And what's the next page which I want to open when someone clicks on BMI card? I want to open up the BMI screen, which is my BMI activity class.java, and start activity, and pass I in here. Awesome. And similarly, I will be like, on clicking sensor card view, what you want to do? You want to do similar thing. You want to open up new page, this, and then you have to open up the sensor class, sensor activity, pedo sensor. The name is pedo sensor, and class.java, start activity, and eye. I hope this much part is clear. You can call it eye too, just in case there is shadow or anything like that. Looks good to me. Let's run till now and see how it is. I'll hide the support action bar because I don't like seeing action bar too much, especially if your theme is a default theme. Alright, so let's minimize this, and I'll quickly write the BMI code first, okay, and then we'll jump on to the pedo sensor thingy. Oh god, let me update this. I should make it a habit to use upper API levels, otherwise it will always be like this. 34, it's asking me that, hey Saumya, please update your API level. Oh, whoops, sync now. I had to do sync now as well. Once this will be done, I will write the code here in BMI. So in BMI, I will need two input from the user, which is the height and weight, and then I will calculate BMI. There are very interesting, websites for this, for BMI calculation. I was checking one of the website and it was too good actually. Let me show you quickly where that is. 1 second. So this one actually, body mass index calculator for adults. Or you have to give your height in centimeters. So we will take the same input from user. We will ask for height in centimeter and weight in kgs, and then I will press on calculate. So this is the value. If the value will be under 18.5, that means the user is very underweight, and if it's between this, so it's healthy, otherwise overweight. So you can do like I am planning to show just the BMI value. After that, you can be like, if the BMI value is less than 18.5, then you can show some animation, or they show some sort of a graph, whatever you want. You can show whatever is good for your user. So card, everything looks good to me in here. In the beginning, like at the top, you can write welcome to health app or something like that. We would have obviously missed the splash screen that only lasts for 3000 millisecond, but when I'll run it again, so I'll show you. Now let's close activity card, all of this, and I just want to focus right now on the BMI screen. So here I'll make it linear layout because I want everything vertically one after another, and orientation should be vertical. Okay, let's change this to linear layout. So how much data we want from user? We want one plain text in here. This will be for your height in centimeters, right? And there will be another, there will first let's check this one. Edit text height. Okay, remove this unnecessary stuff. I don't want any of these. You can give a hint to the user here. Enter height in centimeter. Okay, in cm. Enter height in centimeter, and give margin to this view, margin 20 dp. And after that, I'll just copy and paste this one for weight in kgs. Et weight, whoops. Et weight, and enter weight in, not centimeter, in kgs, in kg, in centimeter height, and enter weight in kg. After that, I will show a button. Which will say calculate BMI. Calculate BMI. This will be BTN calculate, or maybe BTN BMI also makes sense, right? So BTN not capital, come on. BTN BMI. Calculate BMI. You can make it wrap content, and then give the gravity center and all. Okay. So this is done, BTN BMI, and where will I show the value of the BMI? Let's simply put a text view in here. Okay. So here I will show Let's make the gravity first as center. Cool. Text size bold. Let's make the style bold, and text size, because it should look, I want the result to be highlighted, so I want this to be bigger. Okay, margin as 30 dp. Looks good. And this is result. We are calculating BMI, so TV result. Okay. Oops. Looks good to me. Till now everything is sorted. Now let's quickly write the logic to calculate your BMI. Okay, so val, what all we have in the activity. I have height, weight, button, and text view. So 4 views are needed. Cool. Val height is equal to find view by ID. This is your edit text, and r.id dot et height. Val weight is equal to find view by ID edit text, and r.id dot weight. Awesome. And now I have height, weight. I want BTN calc. Nice shortcut. Find view by ID, and here I will write edit text r.id dot BTN BMI, right? BTN BMI. Let me verify the name of this button. Yes, BTN BMI. And then finally the text view val result is equal to find view by ID result TV result text. Find view by, this is text view. This is text view, and r.id dot result TV result. Okay, perfect. Now I'll calculate the BMI. So when the user will click on this button, set BTN calc. So set on click listener. Set on click listener. So whatever action I want to perform, I'll write here. And this is, come on, not edit text. This is my button, right? So when the user will press on this button, calculate BMI, I want to get all these values first quickly, like height, weight, and everything, and then I'll convert and use the formula to show the result. Make sense? So val h, that is height, is equal to height dot get text dot to string. I have to convert all of these to float actually. And one more quick thing, because this let me show you on iPad so that you don't feel that I'm missing something. So the formula to calculate BMI is, BMI is equal to weight in kgs divided by height in meter, height square actually in meters. Okay, all right. So I'm getting the values in centimeters, right? So 100 centimeter has 1 meter, so 1 centimeter will have 1 by 100, that is 0.01 meter. So I'm getting the value in centimeters. So if the height is 159 centimeters, so it will be 1.59 meters, right? Basically I have to divide the value by 100, so I get it in meters, right? So I get it in meters. So I will do the same thing here. I converted this in float, and now I will divide this by 100. Okay, so height is sorted. I got the height in meters. Now weight, W, is equal to weight dot get text, no, not x, weight dot text dot to string and all of this in float. Let's convert all of this in float. So dot to float. Looks perfect, and now I will calculate result, which is r variable, which will be in r variable. So val r is equal to w divided by weight divided by height into height, so looks good. I think I should have the right result in this variable. So now what I will do is result text dot set text is equal to r, or 1 second, you can be like your BMI is, and then I'll put the r variable. Okay, let's run it and see if it's working fine or not. Okay, I think it should work fine. We calculated the height, so whatever the user will enter here, 1 second, whatever the user will enter in the edit text, I'm getting the height, I'm getting the weight, and then using the right formula, and then I'm like result text dot text set text is equal to BMI. So let's open it up. Nice. So height 159, I am not sure actually, but I think it's 159. Enter weight in kgs, I'm entering 60 again, I'm not sure. Calculate BMI. So your BMI is 23, my BMI is 23.7. so if you see the data on this sheet, so 23 meaning I have healthy weight. Nice. So then like you can put condition, if else, if BMI is this, then show this, or otherwise show that, right? You can do those stuff. All right, so we have implemented one feature of the app. That's cool. Now let's focus on the other one, which is your pedometer sensor thingy, right? Now for the pedo sensor, what I will do is I will use this circular progress bar. Okay, like I will show here some sort of animation. I will show like a circle progress bar, and as you will move, as a you will walk, it will show the number count inside the circle, and at the same time some animation will go there outside the boundaries of the circle to show how many steps you are counting, sort of. Okay, all right. So I will use this one. For this I have added the implementation. I have added this third party dependency in my build.gradle. Okay, and in my build.gradle, and it might happen sometimes, no, the third party dependency that we use, they might be not compatible with Android X, right? So for that matter, let's enable Jettifier. You have to add this enable Jettifier true in your Gradle properties. Let me show you where exactly. So Gradle properties here at the bottom. So sometimes if you are using animation or such related third party dependency for any matter, and that's like old or something like that, make sure you are including this. It will automatically convert all of them into it will kind of make the third party dependency compatible with your application. Okay, so I'll put here the progress bar, and it's showing me error. What string? The view is not constrained. Okay, I'll constrain it, don't worry. So like to constrain as well, I should have some data, right? So maybe I will, if I use linear here, linear layout, it's sorted. Nice. I am not able to see anything in the design, so I will invalidate cache. Maybe I'm writing code since long and it's not able to process, etc. So I will quickly invalidate cache and get back to you in a short while. Okay, so I invalidated the cache, and here I can see the circular progress bar. What I will do is I want the width to be 15 dp. I want it to be a bit more thick from the outside, so 20 dp. Okay, and let's maybe use constraint only, and I will constraint it myself. Okay, So let's go here in the design section, and I want to make it a bit small in size, and I want to keep it in the center. So here we will constrain it to 200 dps on all sides, okay, and 100 maybe from the horizontally. So let me do one thing. I also want two text views here inside the circular progress bar. So I'll put all of this in here, okay. I'll constrain it and we'll come back and show you how the final one looks. Otherwise the recording will be too long if I'll sit and constrain it all while doing the recording. Well, it's easy, it's not difficult. I'll constrain it this side, and for this one like up across the boundaries of the circle progress bar, okay. So I have constrained the circle progress bar and also these text views, and this is how it looks like, the final thing, okay. And I have to show the number of steps per 2500 steps. That's why I have used this text view for constant value. Now I will come here and pedo sensor. For sensors, first thing you have to add a lot of things here. Whatever you will use, you have to add all of that. Uses feature, name of the sensor. So I will use the step detector, step counter, required true, okay, required true. Quickly adding all of this. Uses feature, again uses feature, name is step, detector is already there, so step counter now, and required true, okay, required as true. And finally after this, what I want uses feature, name should be I want accelerometer, accelerometer, and required true, and just close it. And last but not the least, we have permissions also. So whenever you are dealing with a step sensor, step counter, etc., make sure you add the activity recognition, this permission, okay. I'll close it. Looks good now. And for sensor, the steps will be very much similar to what we have been writing over tutorial 1 and 2 in this series of applications, okay. You can find the detailed guide, the tutorial on sensors overview page. Steps are very simple and straightforward actually. So I'll create val sensor of type sensor, okay, and I'll give it the value null. I have explained in detail all these steps in previous I have explained all these steps in detail in the previous tutorials, so I will be not going too much in detail, okay. Make sure you have watched all of that to clear the basics of sensors, okay. I will now initialize these here. Sensor manager is equal to 1 second, get sensor, get system, get system service. You can find all of this here. See, sensor overview, motions, so many sensors are there. All of them are more or less same, the execution part. So we have to create sensor, we have to create sensor manager, then we have to initialize it. That's what we are doing, okay. And then we will be registering the listener for the sensor using on resume method, okay. Context dot sensor service as sensor manager, cool. And now what error is it throwing? Val cannot be reassigned, oh sorry, var, and this should also be var. Now sensor is equal to sensor manager dot get default sensor, and here we have to pass the type of sensor which we'll use. So here they are using pressure sensor, and we have to use sensor dot step type step counter, okay, step counter, and null handling done. After that we also have to use sensor event listener, right. Sensor event listener, it provides us with two methods, that is on sensor changed and on sensor on accuracy changed, okay. In the on resume method, I will quickly write the on resume method. and I will register my sensor here. Before that I will check if the sensor is null, because in emulator you can't have the step sensor, right? So if it's null, then show a toast dot make text this, and sensor not found or sensor not present, sensor not found, and toast dot length shot dot show, dot show. Otherwise if the sensor is present, and in many of the phones as well, in the smartphones, if you are running in your Android device, in many of the Android devices as well, the step sensor is not present, especially in the old ones and new ones as well. Like, you will need to check. Okay, after that I'll register the sensor. Okay, if you see here on resume, we use it to register a listener for the sensor. So we will quickly do it in here. Sensor manager dot register listener, this context we will pass the sensor here, and then this is there to delay the service, like there is not too much of fast UI change, etc. Now on sensor changed, when the sensor is getting changed, I want to name it as event. Okay, so I will get the value. I have explained you that we get the value from sensors in form of arrays, and that too at the 0th index. So val steps is equal to event dot values, and we want it from the 0th index. So this is the value. Okay, now I have to set this value in my text, in my TV steps taken. So I will create here var steps is equal to find view by id, text view, text view, and r dot id dot tv steps taken, and steps dot set text is equal to, okay, we have so many variables with the same name, steps taken, let's name it this way, and that's it. We have to change it to toString, I guess. So that's it. We created two variables, we initialized them, we registered the sensor list in the on resume method, and on sensor change we are getting the value of steps, etc. here, and then we are setting in the text. So let's run it quickly and see how it is. Okay, so it should work fine. I mean, to understand in deep about the sensors, you can revisit my light sensor tutorial, and the other one was also magnetometer sensor something. So go ahead and check those tutorials, that will help you go in deep into the sensor topic. Okay, so let's wait for this to run. I hope the concepts are like more or less clear. If you have something in mind or you're facing error, just put them in the comment. So this is splash screen. Okay, these are the cards. I want you to complete the tips and the yoga part. Okay, complete it and put it on the internet, LinkedIn, Twitter, everywhere. Tag me, Scalar, so that either me or someone from Scalar, mentors from Scalar, can review your project. So BMI, we have already checked the functionality of BMI part. It was working fine. For perometer sensor, sensor not in emulator, sensor not found, it is showing. You can check in any Android device where the sensor is working, but the core is like it's good to go. Like we have earlier seen for the light sensor, etc. we were getting values, right? So in the same way you will get values for the steps covered, etc. So that's pretty much it about this tutorial. Complete the project, push it on GitHub. I'll push it on GitHub so that you can check it out, especially for the logos, pictures, whatever I use, design, if you want to use anything. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Complete it and tell me. Okay, I hope you liked the tutorial. If yes, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more such insightful content.